What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing with my life right now. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Being here, and I'm going to be bringing you an attempt at a reading vlog. We'll see how this goes. This will be my first reading vlog since I've ended up in another slump, because I just seem to spend my life in reading slumps right now. But it is Saturday, August 22nd, and it is almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I slept in a bit today and then went to, sorry, the loud noise is our air conditioner, and then took a walk, and I walked down to the coffee shop to get myself a chai, and then to Walgreens to pick up my prescription, and now I'm back home. And I have a list of things that I do need to get done today, including I'm starting to study for the GRE, and I'll have more on that on my other channel. But yeah, so I'm going to start studying a little bit more today, and then I also will be working on some reading. Now, what am I reading? You ask a good question here. So there were two different, try not to drop my phone. There were two different versions of this readathon that I was thinking about doing. The first one being a catch-up-a-thon, and then the second one being all about like arcs that I got that are past due. So I'm going to do a bit of a combination of the two. The first book that I'm going to read is one that I have recently restarted because I've read it. I read about half of it before and then put it down and didn't pick it up again, and that was just kind of, I don't think I was in the right mood for it. And that's going to be Swipe Right for Murder by Derek Millman. This is a murder story about a guy on a dating app, like a hookup app basically, and he ends up stumbling across, he ends up trying to hook up with this guy who ends up getting shot while he's in the room, and there's identity, like a mistaken identity kind of thing, and it's just going to be intense, and I'm super excited to actually finally read it. I don't know what has taken me this long, and I'm sorry if this is shaky footage. I am holding this right now, and yeah, I'm not exactly steady with the hands. And then, so this is the first book that I'm going to read. The next book that I plan on picking up, I didn't do it. The next book that I plan on picking up is Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco. This is the third book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I think this might be the longest or second longest, I'm not sure, but I have been hesitant to read this one because I've been told that I'm not going to like the main character while she's in this book, because she's a bit of a player of sorts. I don't know, I'm a little hesitant, but I'm going to read it because I want to finish this series. And also, these covers are just gorgeous. Like, seriously, I love these covers so much. So, yeah, this will be the second one. I'm hoping to get through both of these today and possibly tomorrow if I need a little extra time. And then after that, I have more books over here. I'm going to be picking up one of two books, and I'm not sure which one yet. And it's either going to be Seven Endless Forests by April Genevieve Tuchkoli. I can never say her name. I feel so bad. But I believe this is... I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this one is. But I've heard really good things about it. And her other book, The Boneless Mercies, really... I enjoyed the part of it that I did read, so I'm excited to get to this one. I think this is a King Arthur retelling, but possibly The Lady of the Lake? Not sure. We'll see. So it's that or the other. And the other one that I want to read is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. Now, Grady Hendrix wrote My Best Friend's Exorcism and Horror Store. I read Horror Store and really enjoyed it, so I do want to try some of their other works. So yeah, those are the 4 books that I'm looking at reading right now. After I finish Escaping from Houdini, I will probably try and pick up Capturing the Devil Tomorrow we'll see. So I guess I have a TBR of 5 books for like the next 24 hours. We'll see how this goes. So yeah, this is how I'm going to start my readathon. Nope, not readathon. This is how I'm going to start my reading vlog. So we'll see how this goes. I need to go make some food though first. Yeah. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. All right. Bye. It is about 5 o'clock. I am 80 pages into Swipe Right for Murder. I'm really enjoying this. The main character's name is Aiden, and he's such a little cinnamon roll that I just want to like wrap him up and be like, it's okay, baby. He's such a, I don't even know, but I'm almost 100 pages in. Like I said, this book is, I'm just looking at page numbers. Oh. It is 353 pages, so I think I can get through this today. I mean, I haven't been reading the past while. I'm not sure if I'm going to put the clip that I took in before in or not, because I was distracted over half the time. Mike was also out here watching YouTube videos on the TV, and I kept getting distracted and watching the YouTube videos. So now what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing with my life right now. But right now I'm going to sit down. I have a read with me video on. Jade from JD Ray Reads did a read with me that's for 30 minutes, and so I'm going to sit down and do that. I'm going to sit and I'm going to read. I'm probably gonna end up doing like 45 minutes, we'll see. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to do like one of the read with me videos, because I feel like we could definitely do that if it came down to it. But yeah, no issue. But I'm going to sit and I'm going to try and get like halfway through this book. So I'm trying to read another 100 pages before I stop, which shouldn't be too difficult. We'll be good. So yeah, all right, time to read. So I'm back in my room, or in the bedroom. It's just after 8 p.m. and I have finished Swipe Right for Murder by Derek Millman. This book, I ended up giving it a 4.5 out of 5. I'm debating between a 4 and a 4.5. It is so interesting because as far as, well, let's go with the book itself. As far as plot goes, it was good. He did a fine job. I did not enjoy the beginning half as much as I enjoyed the second half. But I still think it was well done. So, Moving on from there, the characters. I thought Adrian was hilarious and adorable, and he was just a cinnamon roll who was trying to find his way in the world. And he's a senior in high school, and he basically kind of like reminds us of that a lot, where he's like, I'm 17. I should not be dealing with this shit. And everyone's like, you probably shouldn't be, honey. And Shiloh is just, oh, baby Shiloh. He's, oh, poor thing. But it was such an interesting dynamic of characters. I enjoyed the banter, and some people aren't big fans of that, but the banter in this book was real, and it made me so happy. It's kind of what I aspire to do. It makes me very happy in that way. This book was intense at points. This book really, really got into some of the issues with. This book talked a lot about cyber terrorism, and because one of the main things that's going on in this book is it's sort of a mistaken identity kind of story, where our main character Adrian is mistaken for some other black hat hacker who can get a cyber terrorist group information in order to hack government satellites, and they have taken Adrian as being they believe that Adrian is Mr. Preston, and he is not. He is not at all Mr. Preston, and he's very, like, all of a sudden he finds himself basically in a very intense game of cat and mouse. It's interesting because no one in this book is really the good guy. It's all about, like, creating your own villain, and how the leader of this group called the Swans is basically, he ended up becoming a villain. He ended up becoming the head of the cyber terrorism group through his own experiences and through things he had gone through. It kind of fudges, because he tries to, the guy who's in charge of the Swans, he says it's all for LGBT protesting, but it's really not. He's not protesting anymore. He's going out and he's shooting people. He's just going out and he's like, nope, you are homophobic, so you need to die. And that's basically what he's doing, I support the protest. I support that, but this is not protest. No, this is going out and murdering. And it's interesting because he talks very well. And at a couple points, Adrian even points out, he's like, I can't fault the way you're thinking or what you're saying, because it's true, but you can't do this. You can't go out and just shoot people randomly. There's a difference between making a point and becoming a mass murderer. And he says a couple of times, he's like, you're becoming worse. Maybe you had good intentions to start out with, but they're gone. Your intentions are gone. What did I say? There are a couple quotes that I got in here. It's like, we can't hold on to so much fury that we succumb to pure evil and become worse than those we hate. Then we're the hypocrites. And I think that kind of summarizes this book a little bit. I'm trying really hard not to put any spoilers in here, and I don't know if I'm failing, so I guess I should have said that there's a slight spoiler warning here. But this book was super well done, and I really enjoyed it. But I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5, or a 4 out of 5, because the beginning wasn't as catching as I wanted it to be. And I think there's a little bit more that could have been done. I'm not sure what, and maybe it's just me being weird, and maybe it's just, like, how I don't know. But it kind of, I think, watching Adrian grow as a 17-year-old boy who's put into this impossible situation is very interesting and very dramatic, I guess. But it was well done, and I highly recommend this. I need to wrap my head around this for a little while, because I'll have to write a review very soon. And then I'm going to move on to my next book. My next book. Long awaited. We're going to read some Escaping from Houdini. So I'm going to get back into the world with Audrey Rose and Thomas Cresswell. And yes. Okay, I'm gonna go away now. All right, bye. This is super pretty. No. 2.5. I've heard before that this is the worst book in this series. Sorry. I hate love triangles. I hate it when characters act like bitches and then the entire story just basically becomes null and void. I'm gonna pretend that this book didn't happen because it irritates me that much. There are some great one-liners from Thomas. Yeah, that's all this book has for me. Nothing. Is it glamorous? Yes. Is it a beautiful cover? God's yes. I did not like it though. I'm sorry. For me, so much of this book didn't need to happen. It didn't need to be there. It does not add anything to the overarching plot. I could have so much to say right now, but I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But the feminism aspect that I had in the first two books was basically erased in this one. She was an object. She just wanted the attention of the men. She just got distracted by the shiny new thing. I get it. I do. But I didn't like it. Really much at all. So I'm going to think on this for a while. Probably sleep on it because I need to go to bed now. I'm irritated, guys. I'm really irritated. And I'm really just hoping this doesn't put me in another slump. So I might switch to another book that will get me out of a slump. So I'm thinking either Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, or I have We Ride Upon Sticks, which I've been wanting to read for a while. But I'm really disappointed. I really am. And I'm really bummed about that because I love her writing. I absolutely love Carrie Maniscalco's writing. This book did not do it for me. No. It really felt like the murderers, like the actual part of the characters that were unique and different, they were kind of forgotten about in this book, and it became a romance, which I get. This is a romance series. But the dead bodies, it's almost like they were forgotten about, and she wasn't even upset about it, and I just did not enjoy this. This is really unfortunate, and I hate when I do this, but I actually skimmed part of this book and realized that I didn't miss anything. And that's really sad. I hate when that happens. And I have used hate a lot in this review right now. I'm really sorry. I feel really bad for saying this, but I did not enjoy this. I really didn't. It's going to be a 2 or a 2.5, unfortunately, from me. Okay, we got to move on because I need to get away from this for a little while. I need to do something else for a bit, I think. So, I think I'm going to have to go and find something else to read because now I'm just not happy. So we're going to do that. All right, so it's Sunday. Hi, by the way, I completely did not update at all today, and it's now like 8:20 at night. But I did read a book today, an entire one. I read The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix, and I loved this book. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was super well done. I thought it was well thought out, and it followed a very logical timeline and a very logical course of events. Like, things made sense in the order that they happened. Sorry if you hear yelling. Mike's in a really intense game right now, so we just go with it. But it was so good, and I really surprised myself by enjoying this book. I really didn't think I was going to, and I ended up really loving it. So that was a very pleasant and happy surprise. I'm glad I loved it. I did listen to the audiobook for a little while. I had a Audible credit, so I used that to get this book, and I'm glad I did to a point, because it definitely helped the beginning kind of get into my mind a little bit easier and a little bit better. I was able to really think through what was going on, and I was able to listen to it while I was cleaning. I had to do some dishes this morning. I vacuumed. I did the laundry. I just need to fold it now. But yeah, no, it was really, really nice. I listened to the first half, and then I finished most of the stuff around the house that I wanted to do, and Mike ended up ordering food, so I didn't have to cook anything today. And so I just sat down and I read it, and I could not put it down. It was so good. The second half really sucked me in, and I wanted to know what happened. And then after a certain point, which if you've read the book, you kind of know what I'm talking about, I got very intrigued as to why it happened, and I had to know. And then shit hit the fan, basically, and oh my gosh, this book, it was so good. It was so well done. I cannot recommend it enough. I gave it 5 out of 5, at least for right now. I'll still think about it a little bit more. I do tend to change my ratings after thinking on the books for a little while, but as of right now, that's what I'm giving it. So I also, right now, what kind of reading vlog is it if I don't drop the books and hurt myself? I tried to pick up all 3 books at once and it did not work out. I managed to read 3 books. See? I read all 3 of them. And I'm going to count up the pages and put it right here because I did not count up the pages yet, but I ended up giving Swipe Right for Murder 4.5 stars, 4.5 stars. Escaping from Houdini got 2. And then the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires got 5. So I would call this a successful reading weekend, and I really should do these more often. Maybe like every weekend, basically. I should just continue to keep reading this much. I really miss doing that, and I'm so glad that I got back into reading. I really feel like my slump is gone. I have read good books, I've read not so good books, and I'm happy with that result. So yes, I have gotten through those 3 books. So look out for those in my wrap up, which will be coming soonish, I think. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to read next. And as of right now, the vacuum's still in this room because I got too distracted by reading to put it away. So see, it's right there. I'm thinking either 7 Endless Forests or hopefully redeeming, and I'm going to read Capturing the Devil by Carrie Maniscalco. So I'm trying to decide which of these 2 I should read next. I'm kind of leaning towards Capturing the Devil, but I don't know. I'm kind of a little bit nervous about it, not going to lie. But yeah, so you got a nice tour of my room here because I've just kind of been walking around. But yeah, that's kind of my update for now. I might do a summary later, but that's basically what I wanted to do right now. Is I just wanted to do a reading vlog and kind of show you guys what was going on. And this kind of held me accountable for actually reading some of these books that I have. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. I didn't get everything done this weekend that I wanted to, but I still got quite a few things done, which is good, which is progress, and I will take that for now. I did manage to get all of the books that I own into the BookBuddy app. I use BookBuddy in order to keep track of what books I have versus which books I go out and I want to buy at the store and such. And since I have so many books, like, I just have a lot of books. And these are just the books in the bedroom. I have 2 more bookshelves out in the living room. But now I have them all kind of listed in one place, so that's really nice for me. And I'm able to keep track of them and which editions they are and all of that. And I'm sorry, my room is a mess right now. But yeah, so I was able to clean the shelves. I was able to organize my bookshelves a little bit better. So that's good. And yeah, that's what I got for you guys here today. So I think I'm going to end this vlog here. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any comments or want to recommend any books or anything to us, please let us know down in the comments. We would love to talk to you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And if you want to be notified whenever we post these videos, please hit the little bell icon down below. If you go down into the description, you'll find all of our contact information as far as social media goes, and we spend a lot of time on all of those. I'm finally getting back into Bookstagram, woohoo! So that'll be good. And yeah, that's what we got for you guys here today. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep reading, guys. Bye!